I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. This is a 1968 Astin Waite, which is Salt Lake's own, which there's a pretty significant history, and being in the piano industry, I've run into the Astin and Waite people, the some of the employees and some of the kids of the Astin Waite people being here and or close to Salt Lake. They're still around, and yeah, they were manufacturing through the through the 60s. I think they started in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then I think they started to. I think it was they closed in the 90s sometime. I want to say that's a guess. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, they are awesome pianos, and there's kind of a cult following of Astin Waite pianos for good reason. They are awesome. They're very experimental in terms of design, and there are some crazy designs, the vast majority of which were winners. I've come across maybe a handful of Astin Waites that I was like, yeah, that experiment that deviates from kind of standard piano design. It didn't quite hit the mark, but they're very rare. Most of the Astin Waite pianos, the vast majority, they do deviate, but they deviate in a really successful way, and this is definitely one of them. Okay, I also hear a lot about mid-century modern. I just did a video of another piano from that's very much mid-century modern, both in color and design. I think this piano kind of fits that description of mid-century modern, which is very popular right now as the people that built homes in the 50s and 60s are dying off and selling their homes, and now young professionals in their 20s and 30s are buying their homes. They are embracing that 50s and 60s style and just going all out. They're doing colors and decor and everything that just kind of fits into these mid-century modern homes that they're buying in, and at least here around here they're becoming very fashionable neighborhoods. In the 50s and 60s they were kind of middle class, upper middle class neighborhoods, and now they're like super trendy, fashionable homes, and this is kind of the typical piano that fits into that trend. Okay, we did a full refurbish. Obviously, we refinished this piano, and it's gorgeous. I think the refinishing it really nailed it. There's if you know where to look, there's still a handful of touch-up areas where it was disguised. I mean, that's what refinishing is in large part, is, or at least on blemish, more significant blemishes, it's makeup, and so you're just trying to hide that, disguise that. And if you know where to look, you can still see some of those, but for the most part, I would say it's just overall it's an A, bordering on A plus on the finish. And hopefully that comes across in this video. I'm probably making more of the makeup disguise than probably really needs to be, because it's virtually perfect. And then on the guts, we did a full refurbish. So a refurbish, what is entailed in that? Every piano, regardless of make, it needs to be refurbished about every 20 to 25 years. The things just get dirty and they wear out, and repinning is required, regulation is required, bushings, all of those kinds of things are required after about 20 to 25 years. And then you have another 20 or 25 years of use, and then you can repeat that cycle a couple times. And by the time a piano is like 100 years old at that point, usually refurbishing is no longer sufficient, but a rebuild is more necessary. But a piano like this, 1968, like I said, a refurbish had not been completed on this piano when we got it. So when we got it, we refurbished it, and now it's virtually perfect. So you can see in here, shadows aren't great, but in this lighting, but you can see like the hammers have been reshaped. Everything's been properly aligned and lubricated and cleaned and regulated, and things like, so regulation is a very broad term, but everything from this is a really good example. If you're watching this piano video, you're probably in the piano market, and this is a good thing that you can check out. You can go through every hammer and slowly play them so that it's slow enough that it doesn't actually hit the string like I'm doing. And that's what you want. You want that hammer to come to within 1/8 of an inch of the string, just like that. And then there's a pop in the key at the front that you're pressing. It continues to go, but the hammer drops back like that. And that distance should be 1/8 of an inch. So there's about a dozen or so specs just like that have to be met for proper regulation. And so that all has been done. So the goal on our refurbishing, we've done this, by the way, on literally thousands of pianos, and we're very successful in what we've done in that people are enjoying pianos. We've reset the clock, made them as close to brand new as we can, which is very close, and now they're good to go as if they're brand new or close to it for another several decades, while price-wise we're about half, or in many cases less than half, of what these pianos would be if they were actually brand new. This is a Yamaha U1, which is very much a case in point. Similar kind of thing. This piano brand new is like 12, 13,000, and we have it for 6,500. So that's very much in the same vein as this Astin weight. Rich, warm tone, big rich tone. This is what I'm talking about. The design of these pianos, this is like a 43-inch piano, 42-inch piano, something like that. But I'm sure it'll be in the description. And yet it sounds like it's nearly a 48-inch piano. Like this, that's what 48-inch is, this piano right behind it. This song. Really nice, rich tone. I really, really like this piano a lot. It has a beautiful, beautiful tone, full and rich. There's no tinniness there at all, which is a lot of times the case on a piano this size. This piano just really nails it. So I believe both of them are gone now, both Astin and Waite. But if you guys are watching in heaven, way to go. Hats off. You get knuckles. Good job. We're delivering a bunch of pianos all over the country, about a dozen or so here coming up shortly this summer. If you want to, we sell pianos all over the country. And if you want to get on that shipment, let me know. If you want a Salt Lake Classic design, then this one is a good candidate. Thanks for watching.